Hey guys, it's Jess. Here's a little video to show off my Stormcast Eternals Vanguard Hunters and other Vanguard units that I've painted so far. So, without dilly-dallying too long, this is the Knight Aquila, or the Lord Aquila. He's kind of like your general in the Vanguard wing of the army. And this was a really cool model. It went together really easily, which I was quite surprised by. And yeah, it's just got absolutely tons of really nice detail on it. And as you can see, I went for quite a realistic colour tone for the actual mount. I've seen a lot of these in very bright colours like purples and greens and blues. I wanted to kind of have mine a bit more toned down because my Celestial Vindicators have this bright turquoise armour, and I wanted something that kind of earthed it a little bit so it didn't look quite so out there and outlandish. So this kind of gives it a nice natural look, even though you've got these kind of super soldiers in big, bold, powerful metal Sigmarite armour stomping around. So yeah, I was really happy with this one. I spent a little bit of time getting the edge highlighting right in the details. So you can see, there he is there. He's got this nice sword with the engraved detail. And yeah, that's that. So you can see I've got a bit of blending on there as well, so that was quite fun to try. And yeah, quite happy with him. He's the unit commander. Then there's the three Knight Paladors, which are kind of like smaller variants of the same. Smaller variants of the same thing. So you've got the unit leader here. You can see I tried to get the face quite detailed on this one. So again, they've got the same colour scheme as the larger one. They've got the same kind of tiger stripes, so they kind of fit together quite nicely. I tried to tone down the amount of gold on them really, because I didn't want them to be too bright, or too shiny rather. So they do have gold, but not as much as the Aquilor does. So the other two are largely the same sort of thing, although they've got the helmets on. But again, really cool models, really nice sculpts, particularly the griffs that they're riding, more than the riders, were really fun to paint. I'd love it if you just had these kind of griffs without the riders and no saddles or anything, just wild griff chargers. I think that would be really nice. I'd really like to paint some of those. So yeah, that's the unit of 3 of those. Push them to the side. And then I've painted 10 Vanguard Hunters. So if you'll just bear with me, let's find the 2 helmetless ones first, who are kind of like the leaders. Because although there's 10, I've done them in 2 squads of 5. So the first of the unit leaders is this chap here. So, yep. He's got his long flowing white hair. And other than that, fairly standard. And his counterpart is this chap. I gave him a top knot, so he looked a bit different on the battlefield. The poses are largely the same, not much variance in those. But yeah, so there's the 2 unit leaders, and then the rest are basically kind of interchangeable because they've all got the same equipment loadout. So there's 2 of them. There's a couple more. You can see a couple of them have got these kind of orbs. Those are the items that allow them to basically redeploy anywhere on the tabletop or on a table edge, something like that. I can't quite remember the war scroll off the top of my head how it works, but it's pretty neat anyway. Then you got these guys. I picked up 2 pretty much the same there. So they're pretty cool. And the last 2 of the Vanguard Hunters that I've done so far at least is these 2 here. So yeah, there you go. They're pretty nice. There's loads of detail on them. They're almost kind of a cross between normal Stormcast and Space Wolves for the kind of animalistic effects you've got going on. So yeah, I really liked painting these models. The unit of 10 was a little bit of a chore until I realised I could break it up into 2 units of 5, which I did. And the Paladors, there's a lot there. I enjoyed painting the riders less than the actual mounts. But yeah, so that's it so far. I've also got a unit of the Raptors to build and paint, which is the kind of the guys with the big, long crossbows. And then I've got another unit of Stormcast Paladins as well, which needs to be done. So there's still a little bit of work to do for Stormcast Eternals. No doubt I'll pick up some more along the line anyway. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'll cut to a nice little whooshy, swishy, look at what my army looks like sort of thing as usual after this. Thanks for watching. Bye.